How do you know that you're improving when it comes to effective communication skills? How do you know that you're becoming a better communicator or a better presenter? Well, of course, whenever we assess if someone has acquired a particular skill, we look at a list of things. It's like a checklist, and then we start checking all these little things. Whether or not we're talking about a hard skill, that means it could be academic, a professional qualification, or a soft skill, leadership, public speaking, time management, stress management, so on and so forth. Regardless of whatever skill that we're looking at, is there a way in which we can assess and track progress? Well, I know in a short 2-3 minute video, it's not quite possible for me to go to the full and the complete holistic matrix, but let's talk about two kinds of approaches, the qualitative approach and the quantitative approach. The quantitative approach, often we will use things like, can I come up with a script within a much shorter period of time? Can I come up with the same script that is 2 minutes long in less than 5 minutes? The next time round, can I come up with something similar, which is impromptu speech, a 1-minute presentation, but this time around only with 2 minutes of prep time? I can come up with a similar quality, right, in terms of content. Yeah, so that is something perhaps a little bit more quantitative. When I speak and present for 7 minutes, do I use more pause fillers? How many pause fillers do I use as compared to like perhaps 2-3 weeks later when I present a speech of a similar duration, similar and impromptu nature? Do I still use the same number of pause fillers? That is quantitative. Then there's the qualitative approach where we need to take a look and assess improvements, because certain improvements is not just, oh, I see some now more hand gestures being used necessarily means that, okay, that means I've improved. That is not the only measure. So when it's a qualitative approach, you have to measure it against a basket of indicators. For example, things like, do you have the greater use of signposting techniques? Do you make use of fewer pause fillers? Are you now able to come up with a speech of varied speech structures? Are you able to also be able to use non-verbal communication cues, having a wide angle of attack, having eye contact anchoring? Do you use stage positioning now? Then we can talk about hand gestures as well. Do you make use of numbering gestures, illustrative gestures? Are your gestures at the right level? Is it time at the same time? All these different things we will look at. So whenever someone says, hey, I don't think I'm improving in my public speaking or in my effective communication skills because I don't see myself using more gestures, that is just one part of a basket of indicators. And that's one thing that we have to take note of. It doesn't mean more gestures mean more improvements. When it comes to gesture, it's always about an appropriate number as well. So at the end of the day, always measure up against a basket instead of just that one key element.